So, hello. Uh, let's see if we can try this particular way. All right, let's start it off. Verse of the day, Romans chapter 1, verse 17 from the New King James Version. For in it the right, for in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. And yeah, I always try my best to live by faith. Try my best to put my best foot forward. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with that, but people change. No one should be able to stay the same. You have people who are sinners and now turn Christian. You have those who are lost and now find purpose. That's life. Anyway, so point of doing this is at least it's a topic for today is hospitality. Yeah. No further introductions. My name is Miguel Alexis Arthur. I am Bahamian. I am 40 years old. And I love hospitality. I just love it. The whole thing of being in service of other people. It just making sure your guests are comfortable in the most way possible. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to go the extra mile. All you just be very simple, very small. And it all depends, not all depends, but keep in mind, this is not scripted. I do have some stuff read, but this is mostly out of my head. So when it comes down to it, it's like send from home. When you have guests over, you make sure they're comfortable as possible, no matter what it is. Either it's just offering them a glass to drink, something to eat, or putting some music on, or watching a movie. It's very simple. And you could extend that to any business you live in life, whether it's government, where they are in charge of, the whole country. They set rules and laws to regulate hospitality, how you're supposed to live. Killing, robbing, other stuff, them taxes, so on and so forth. And the same thing comes down to businesses, whether it's a restaurant, hotels, bars, retail shops. Same thing as in like police officers. Hospitality police officers are supposed to make sure the job, but make sure the citizens are protected, safe, and secure. And again, I think I said it in a different post or something on Instagram. If that's not their job, then what is their job? I don't know. But let's go through it. Biblical hospitality is about honoring God by obeying His command to contribute to the needs of the saints and to seek to show hospitality. That's Romans 12:13. It's about loving other Christians. When hospitality does become about the giver, it ceases to be Christian. So in other words, if it's about making sure the other people are good, are secure. If they're not secure, they're not feeling welcome, invited, it's all about you, then what's the whole point? You want people to come over to your house just to praise you? No, even like what it is, the royal family, when they open the doors to the public, to show that, show hospitality, to see us in a different view, a different light. Some people just think differently, but yeah. Hospitality definition by Oxford Languages: the friendly and generous reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. The business of providing food, drinks, accommodation for customers / guests at hotel, restaurants, bars, etc. And of course, food, drinks, and entertainment provided by a company or business associates, law firms, brokerage companies, banks, so on and so forth. So it is a lot to hospitality. There's a lot. Very simple, but it's a lot because you don't have to do that much. It's all about making sure the person is welcomed with warm, genuine warm regards. because you want to make sure they feel secure in your presence, in your service. You don't want someone to just come there and just feel alienated. No, not at all. That defeats the purpose. Unless your whole point is to alienate and push people away. If that's the case, then you might just say a big sign say do not enter. Simple. And you can't even say that you cater to a certain guest more than others, because that defeats the whole purpose, because you never know who people are or who they will become in the future. Because because you cater to, let's say, and I'm sure you have some high-end restaurants or high-end hotels that only cater to the, let's say, the 5%ers. Sure, you being and discriminate other people who doesn't have the money. But what happens if the person you discriminate against today becomes a millionaire tomorrow, and you want them to come to your hotel, your establishment, and it's like, nah, I'm good. And then they go on and build their own hotel establishment and invite everyone else. Now you're out of business. But it's a serious thing when it comes down to hospitality, because it's like everything else, not everything else, but mostly different layers or different levels. Like entry level staff, their hospitality is mostly everything's the same, but just like different perspectives, different views. It's like hospitality of the staff is supposed to make sure the guests or customers are taken care of. Hospitality of the managers are supposed to make sure that the staff are taken care of. And hospitality of the GM or director of operations is supposed to make sure, the company is good as a whole. That's how, from my perspective. I'm not saying that's how it is, but that's from my perspective. Because again, the staff take care of the guests, managers, supervisors take care of the staff, and GMs, director of operations, they take care of the managers. Keep everything in line. That's how it's supposed to be, from my perspective. Like story. When I was working at Hotel X, there was a celebrity. He was the brother of Baldwin, one of the Baldwin brothers. They were staying at Hotel X, and he was outside looking for a smoke, but did not know light. So he asked me. I was a bellman. So he asked me for if I had a lighter on me. He's like, no, I don't, but give me time. I can see if I can find it. Because again, he is in my service. He's on hotel property. He's my guest. I should make sure he's good. I may not have a lighter, but I could. Let me see if I can find someone else who might have a lighter. Either another staff or check in the bar. You never know. Just double check. I just excuse myself. Say, all right, give me a minute. Let me just double check, see if I can find one for you. If I don't, sure. I went, got a lighter at the bar, come back downstairs, gave him a light. He was like, all right, thank you so much. Because that's basically how it's supposed to be. And even when it comes down to like your job, hospitality for your job, to make sure your job is good. Because why? If the company does good, more money for you. Might not be more money now, but it might be more money later. Because again, you take care of your guests. They keep coming and they help pay your paycheck. And if any way or form you could help to boost up, the ratings of the hotel, it would be good. Because what, more people come in, more money, you get the idea. Even the point in time is whereas there was an idea, say if anything, any way to help the hotel, you let them know. And one of the ideas was from me. Well, I had a couple ideas. I can list them off right now. But one of the ideas what I had was for the gift shop. At the time was closed down. There's some story behind it. But basically, I think the person who was running it from them, he just wanted to stock it up, but he didn't want to supply labor because he didn't want to pay for labor. So he just wanted to stock it up and let the hotel supply labor, or one of the guest services front desk agents go to the gift shop and sell the stuff to them. At this point in time, Hotel X, they had like two options. They could choose to take it over themselves, manage it themselves, not a problem. But some people are like, nah, that don't make no sense. I don't know why, but yeah. Me, I just tell them, say, you know what, let's put some vending machines inside it. I didn't go into detail about which vending machines to get because, sometimes when you get people ideas, you're thinking that one, they're not going to listen, and two, if they do like it, they will come back to you. They didn't come back to me. Actually, they didn't. They did not. They got, all I know is they came to work one day and they saw vending machines inside this. It's like, okay, cool, but these are the wrong vending machines. Now, most people are thinking like vending machines. No. When you work in a hotel environment, you got to understand the needs of the guests. And when it comes under it, what they need is, especially during times when either restaurant is closed or basically they're too busy to go to if the restaurant is closed and room service is no longer available. So sometimes you have guests in the middle of the night hungry. Either they want some food or just want a quick snack. Yeah, whatever. Even during the day, they may not want to go in the restaurant. They just probably want a soda, a chip, biscuit, whatever it is. So you need to accommodate that for them to make sure they're good. Now, they did have those vending machines inside there, but then there also other stuff, also alcohol, ice cream, medication, Advil, Tylenol, whatever it is, contraceptive, condoms, lighters, cigarettes, all type of other stuff that can accommodate the guests because you have different guests. Some people might just want to smoke. They might want a lighter. Some people don't want to go walk way out to the nearest convenience store because Hotel X, the location, what it is, it was not actually nearest food store was kind of like a little far distance for some people, especially if it's the middle of the night. You just want something now. Some people want a medication, and you can't actually just say, okay, let me go to my bag, let me go to my locker, let me give you some Advil. Nah, no. no, that don't work like that. So they do have certain vending machines for that type of items. And even when it comes down to alcohol and medication, they do have vending machines where you actually require an ID. Now, again, no one came back to me and no one asked. I really don't remain over it. But no one asked. So I kind of find it kind of funny. It's like, yeah. And there's different ways you can even implement that, even when it comes down to like souvenirs. Because again, there's a vending machine for every particular thing. You just got to know where to look or what the vision is. But at the same time, even if you go and eliminate the labor, you still need that human presence because that's the whole point of hospitality. You don't want it to be a cold experience. Case in point, you could go and literally you could open a hotel now and eliminate the whole front desk agent department and just have the managers, general managers, and so on and so forth. But, they could just come in, scan their ID, scan their passport, or get the QR code on their phone, go straight to the room. That's it. But you eliminate that human presence, the whole friendly dynamic. That's why most people come to hotels. That's why most people come there to engage with other staff and other guests. If you just eliminate the human element on the whole, it just becomes a very cold experience. Yeah. And which brought me to another idea what I had, where I was saying that they should have had an entertainment department. Now, most people say, like, entertainment department? It's like you're trying to get my idea for Caribbean. Yes and no. Because we do have a lot of hotels that actually have entertainment department that doesn't actually reside in the Caribbean. It's all about entertaining your guests, giving them something to do, something to experience. Whereas, for instance, Kate Hudson, a TV show. Whereas when she have a guest walks the back of the studio to the front area, they are greeted by a line of staff that's chanting or singing the songs of the guest, or just chanting something that's to hype them up. That's what you call real hospitality. And you could implement that anywhere in a hotel, especially when you have particular guests, certain guests are high-end guests, because you want your guests to feel welcome. You want them to feel appreciated. You don't want them to feel like, okay, cool. Now, mind you do have some guests that don't like the spotlight. That is cool. Sure, not a problem. That's where you take your due diligence and learn your guests. Then you have some who might like that experience, who might like that whole royal red carpet treatment. But you got to know who your guests, who you're catering to. If they don't know, then what's the point of you being in hospitality? So again, with the whole entertainment department and stuff like that, and it adds extra activities or offer extra stuff for the guests, for the hotel guests to do, because you want them to something to draw them in, especially if something that other hotels and areas not doing. Now, I don't know, maybe they change it and say, like, you know what, maybe we should take this idea, but it didn't go into detail about that. No, it gives them the pointers, but it didn't actually go into detail about it, because they probably still was thinking of talking about either Junkanoo Soka or some other stuff, which was not the case. No. But again, no one came back to me. Probably because I never went to college. Oh, I'm black. Yeah. It is what it is. But my thing is that when you're working for a company, you should show your loyalty to the company. You should try your best to help lift the company. If you're not interested in lifting or helping the company, then why the whole purpose of being there? Some people, they tend to go to these places, get a position, and then that's it. They don't feel the need to help no one. They don't feel the need to help motivate staff. They don't even feel the need to help guests. They're just like, I'm just there collecting a paycheck. It's more like you're hurting than helping the company. But yeah, most likely I was just trying to do it because of someone was hired in a new position, and I just looked at the previous person in that position. And you got to know that if you get hired in a new position, you got to look at, again, the previous person who had the position, what they did and what they were doing. And now if you're in that new position, you got to ask yourself, am I going to do the same thing this person do, or are you going to do something different? You got to do something to stand out from the norm, to say that, hey, I'm here, I'm going to implement some new stuff, you got to make it work. Or you're just going to be like, you know what, I can stand up, walk up and down the halls, inside the lobby, look and smile and nod. No, anyone can do that. The whole purpose of certain positions is inside hotels is to bring in revenue. That's business. It's nothing personal. But yeah, I don't know nothing. In conclusion, okay, seems like writing this down is one thing, but I still need to structure my framing. $1,000 is a serious thing. I love it. I appreciate it, and it isn't just, to me, it isn't just business. It's about this taking pride and making sure people are comfortable in your service. Even when it comes down to me, I like to be like the bigger cousin wherever I go. That's why I have a thing with calling people cousin. And some people, it's like, I'm looking at 20 minutes. Some people may think that, hey, you don't want to know people, you don't want to socialize with people. Well, no, my man, I just don't remember things like that easily. But I try my best to know the names of people eventually. But other than that, cousin is a form of calling someone a family, even if they're not related by blood. Because that's what it is when you go inside a new company, business, your staff, your management, everyone, they're your new family. And you have to treat them with such respect. So that's the reason why I call everyone cousin. And that's the me thing, not yeah. Anyway, this is very long. 19 minutes. Anyway, deuces.